We're making a healthy mac and cheese high in protein with a few secret ingredients, including cottage cheese, yellow zucchini, fresh onion, and garlic. Adults will love the depth of flavor and kids will love the creamy, cheesy texture. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes made with all natural ingredients, then you are in the right place. To make this healthier mac and cheese, we're going to start by cooking our pasta. And I have a pot behind me of water that is coming up to a boil. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of elbow macaroni. Now you could either use some chickpea pasta to make it higher in protein and gluten-free, or just use your favorite variety of elbow macaroni. And to add delicious flavor as well as nutrition, we're going to add a few vegetables. And I love adding yellow zucchini because it's really subtle in flavor and you can hardly tell that it's there. So I diced up 1 yellow zucchini, and then I also diced up half of a white onion, but you could also use red or yellow or whatever your preference. And then I have 4 cloves of garlic that I've minced. Now to make these most easily digestible and to bring out all of their natural flavor, we're going to saute them first. So I've brought my frying pan to about a medium-high heat, and then I'm going to pour in about a tablespoon of some light olive oil. And then I'll rotate my pan just to spread around the oil. And then I'm going to add in half of my white onion, as well as my 1 yellow zucchini. And I'll season with a little bit of salt, and then I'll stir these around to make sure they're all coated in the oil. And I'm going to cover this and just let these cook down for about a minute or 2 until they start to soften. And now that I can tell they're starting to soften, I'll go ahead and add in the garlic. Now the garlic does not take as long to cook as the onions and the zucchini, which is why I want to add it in at about the halfway point just to make sure it doesn't burn. And then I'll give these a good stir. I can already smell that garlic starting to infuse. Now I'm going to put my lid back on, and then I'm going to stir this about every minute or 2 for about 5 to 7 minutes, or until those vegetables are nice and soft. So I can hear the water behind me starting to boil, so I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cups of macaroni as well as about 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. Well, it's been about 5 minutes, and you can see how our vegetables are all nice and soft. They've also reduced in size, and they have a little bit of color on them. And color equals flavor, so that's exactly what we're looking for. So go ahead and turn off the heat, and then I'll put a couple of paper towels on my cutting board, and then I'll very carefully transfer these to the paper towel. Those look so good, and probably not what you're used to seeing in a macaroni and cheese recipe. Now to camouflage the vegetables as well as the cottage cheese in our sauce, we want to blend it nice and smooth. So I recommend using an upright high-speed blender or a food processor for the best results. So I'm just going to carefully add our cooked vegetables. And you're welcome to jot down the ingredients as we go, or you can click on the link in the video description below, and that will take you to the full recipe with all the details. I'll see if I can do this without spilling too many. Work smarter, not harder, right? Next, we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of cottage cheese, and you can use large curd, small curd, non-fat, low-fat, whatever your preference. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of some butter. And for extra creaminess, we're going to add 2 ounces of some cream cheese, which is about 1/4 of a block. And then we're going to add about 2/3 of a cup of milk, and you can use any variety. Almond milk is my favorite. And then we'll add half a teaspoon of paprika and a teaspoon of salt. Now we can always add more salt after we blended the cheese and after we've mixed it in with the macaroni. Then last but not least, we're going to add 2 cups of shredded cheese, and you can use any variety that you like. I'm actually using a mix of some orange sharp cheddar as well as some white cheddar. Now you can use the pre-shredded cheese, but it's not going to melt down quite as well as buying a block of cheese and shredding it yourself. And that's because the pre-shredded cheese is usually coated with cellulose, which keeps those little strands from sticking together. And it's also considered an artificial ingredient if that is important to you. And then we'll just put on the lid. And then we're going to blend this on high for at least a minute and maybe even 2 until you can see that all those ingredients are really well incorporated. And that's going to give us the smoothest, creamiest sauce. Now I'm going to go in with my spatula and just scrape down the sides just to make sure we didn't miss any little vegetable chunks. But that looks really good. And I'll put the lid back on and then let this blend for about another 20 or 30 seconds. And now is the perfect time for a little pinky test. That is so good. Now it will taste a little bit on the salty side at this point, but that's because we still have to add it in with all of that pasta, which is going to need a little more of that salt to really bring out the flavor. Well, as soon as my pasta was at al dente, I went ahead and drained it in my sink, and then I dumped the pasta back into my pot. And now we can take our cheesy sauce and just pour it right down inside. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. Now we simply mix it all together. Now at first the sauce may appear a little bit thin, but as it sits it's going to thicken, and it's also going to really infuse into those pasta noodles. So you can enjoy this right away, but I recommend putting the lid on the pot and then just letting it sit for about 30 minutes, and that will allow some time for the noodles and the sauce to really infuse together. And then you can just give it a good stir right before you serve it, and if it feels a little bit too thick, you can easily just pour in a little bit more milk to get it to your desired consistency. I think this is ready for a sample. That is delicious. That flavor just keeps getting better. That has all the cheesy creaminess of a classic mac and cheese, but I love the depth of flavor that comes in from the zucchini and the garlic and the onions. It is so good, and you would never guess that this was made with cottage cheese. And I love that I can serve a comfort food that is so emotionally satisfying, but also high in protein and nutrition. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today to make this recipe. And I've included a link to the full recipe in the video description below, and that takes you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you know someone else who you think would love this recipe, please share this video with them. And I cannot wait to have you hang out with me again in my kitchen.